This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Made in Australia. Everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, good day, everyone. Welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studios, one of the official satellite studios of INCRadio. Hello, everyone. It's good to see everyone. It's good to hear from you. I am your sister, Chloe De La Paz, all the way from the local congregation of Adelaide here in the district of Victoria, Australia. It's crazy. Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. And today is very, very exciting because today is a new season of our show Made in Australia here on INCRadio Australia. So we hope you are just as excited as all of us because we have such a jam-packed episode today, and we're going to be exploring the coolest and most interesting careers here across our nation, here in Australia. So it's very, very exciting. Put down all of your exciting comments in the comment section below in the live chat, because we will be shouting out every single one of you as much as we can, because we have thousands and thousands of commenters, which is very, very exciting. But of course, it's not just going to be me that's going to be your host for today. We are introducing a brand new host. Very, very exciting. So without further ado, I'll let him introduce himself for you, everyone. Brother Hans, hello.
Thanks very much, Sister Chloe, and to everyone watching, not just here in Australia, but from all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are streaming at this very moment, and streaming from all the way in the local congregation of Midland here in the new ecclesiastical district of Western Australia. I am Brother Hans Natividad, and nice to see all of you po, as well as our viewers today. And yes, you heard it right po. Today marks the start of the newest season of Made in Australia. Just please send your greetings and comments also throughout the entire show, and stay tuned later here, because you might get the chance to win INCRadio merch today. Thank you always for tuning in to our shows, and please watch this video of our thanks to you. Kuya Tech, can you please play our thank you video here? Right, but thanks for the thank you video for Kuya Tech. And now let's also join our discussion today for our next episode. And we will constantly check our viewers and all of our top commenters. And without further ado, everyone, we will introduce our brand new season of Made in Australia. And this time around, we will be featuring the wonderful jobs and trades of our brethren here in Australia. And to kick off season 2, we're going to spotlight our first talented mates who are doing their jobs, their amazing jobs as electricians, or as we would like to call them here in Australia, we call them sparkies. Please watch this video of Discovering Down Under. Let's quickly go through what it is like to be a sparky.
This season on Made in Australia, we're bringing you some of the coolest and most interesting professions across the country. Starting with sparkies. That is Aussie slang for electricians. These are the MVPs who keep our nation powered up and running. Sparkies deal with wiring up our homes and other buildings, fixing a blown fuse, keeping lights on and making sure our machines are running and operating safely. It takes very special skills to be a sparky and a sharp eye for detail. Plenty of things make being a sparky a very satisfying job.
I guess the satisfaction comes from being able to help people. Seeing the faces of the customers after I've been able to get their power back on or their hot water up and running. Usually that's pretty satisfying.
Whenever you turn on a light or the TV, whenever you enter an air-conditioned room, think of the sparkies that make it happen.
That was an interesting video, po, and it's a nice introduction to what our sparkies do here in our community. And before we continue, po, we'll have a quick break and let's all stay tuned, po, because we are watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCradio's Australia Satellite Studios, one of the official satellite studios of INCradio.
You are listening to Iglesia Ni Cristo Radio, the voice of truth.
Finally, school's over.
Yo, Andre, let's play that new game.
I have a test coming up tomorrow. I should probably study, but I've been really excited to play that new game. What should I do?
We missed you on the game yesterday. How'd the test go though?
Really well, actually. Gotta make smart choices, you know?
And that's the value of making the right and smart choices while we're still young. It's also a matter of self-discipline. Wise decisions we make in our youth help us achieve a meaningful and purposeful life, bringing honor and glory to our Almighty God.
Made in Australia.
Lovely. Thanks so much for that. What did you think of that video, Brother Hans?
Oh, that was a really good insight put to what our sparkies do, Sister Chloe. And before we continue, welcome back everyone to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studios. Sister Chloe?
Yes. Where are we up to, Brother Hans? You tell us.
Yeah, we've seen the video a while ago, and I thought it was really nice to also get some info about what our sparkies do. And personally, I have no idea what a sparky does besides fixing electricity. So it will be really interesting to also get into our talks today.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. And we have our guests. Have we introduced our guests already, Brother Hans? Sorry, I'm all over the place.
We'll quickly introduce them later. But before anything else, we'll quickly go through a quick segment.
Yes.
Before we move on, let's all watch together for this video on tips on how to strive and thrive.
Welcome to Strive and Thrive. Today's tip is simple and yet very powerful. A key point to success and productivity is to plan and to organize. Think about every successful person that you admire. Did they just randomly find their success? Did they randomly find their achievements? No, of course not. They had a plan. By setting clear goals and organizing your tasks, you end up with a roadmap. And a roadmap helps you stay focused and organized. So through planning, you can set priority for the things that matter, and you can eliminate the things that just cause stress. And the game changer in all of this is you need a good tool. It makes a world of difference. And that's where the INC Media Creative Christian Planner comes right in. It's not just a calendar. No, it's a tool designed to help you balance everything in your life. So remember to plan and organize, and then watch yourself thrive. Because success is the result of intentional actions, and most of all, prayer. So there's your tip for today. To plan it, organize it, and live it. See you next time on Strive and Thrive.
New segment. How exciting.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That is one
Thanks
of
a lot.
our so that is one of our new segments, Strive and Thrive. So thank you so much to Brother Warwick for that Strive and Thrive tip about the key point to success. So one of his key kind of quotes there was, imagine someone that you really admire, that you really look up to. And so this is where I shout out my Ate Emmy Lou Sanchez. Hi Ate Emmy, you're the one that I admire. So so all of those goals and setting the goals, you need to be able to have clear, distinct, sort of like baby step goals, not just one big step. What do you think about that, Brother Hans?
You know what, Sister Chloe, it's very timely and fitting, especially for the content of our new season, especially since we're going to introduce all of these professions and interesting skills that our brethren have. I think having the ability to really plan and organize things, especially long-term goals, that's really key. That's really one of the key points and things that I think most of us will need, but to really succeed in whatever area we do. But and it really does help to be able to make things clear on how we'd like to go forward.
Oh, 100%. And it's all about organization and setting clear goals that are manageable as well as realistic. It takes us back to like smart goals. So something that is just attainable and realistic. So which is very, very interesting. So we have so many comments. We have so many early bird comments. So many. I'm sorry we only got to get through it now, but now there's so many of you. So let's go through some of them from #Mackay. We have Francis Dorato, Joseph Garcia, Brother John Caldo, Sister Grace, Sister Melai Vispal. We also have Brother Daryl Ortega from #Caboture, Sister Rhea, Brother Marquiseo. So our CFO, overseer, Christian Family Organizations overseer, over there in the District of Queensland. Shout out to you, Pa. Thank you so much, Pa, for your support. We also have plenty of brethren from Townsville, Randall Armamento, Sister Layla Armamento, Sister Christine Armamento, very big family. Sister Kira, Brother Pau, Brother Benjamin, Sister Shine. So many names. And we would also like to greet some of our ministers who are also tuning in to INCRadio Australia. Shout out po to Brother Orly Makayan, the District Minister po of the District of Queensland. Happy viewing po from #Queensland. Thank you so much po for your support. Brother Romy Cartalaba, a minister in #Melbourne. Thank you po. Sister Linda Esperanza, Brother Nolly Esperanza. Thank you so much po. The District Minister from the newly formed District of Western Australia, and Brother Sean Bernal. So many people from Queensland especially, thank you so much po for your support. We feel your love and we feel all of your support po for INCRadio Australia. Thank you so much po. We hope you continue to tune in, because you might get a chance to win some free merch. Hint, 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 nudge, nudge. So that's so many names, and very, very overwhelming, but in the best way, of course. So of course, let's go on to our next segment. Our next segment is Let's Learn Aussie Slang. So it's very, 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 very familiar to us. So Kuya Tech, let's learn some Aussie slang. Let's watch, everyone.
Okay, but now for this version of Let's Learn Aussie Slang, we'll be doing it this time through GameSpot. And we'll take it a little bit of a twist this time, because we are going to use terms related to jobs and occupations found here in Australia, and how Aussies love to call them and how we are familiar with them.
Yes, there's so many. I think this is something that both of us might not be the best at. Admittedly, I might not actually know some of these, brother hands.
Same goes,
So I
yeah.
think you're gonna have to carry this this whole segment
Oh,
because I'm not gonna be very useful. But before
being here for the last 3 years only, I don't think I'm also the best person to ask this. So let's see.
see,
It's going
this
to
is
be
proof,
interesting.
everyone, that we don't know all the Aussie slang because Aussies love having Aussie slang. But before that, I think there will be a couple of people who are going to be very useful in our game segment today. So let's introduce them. Let's start with Brother Malcolm. Hi, Brother Malcolm. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Brother Malcolm from an electrician from Perth, WA.
And how about you, Brother Mark? Hi, Brother Mark.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me. Brother Mark from Brisbane, district of Queensland.
Hi, Brother Mark. Thank you so much. So, Brother Malcolm and Brother Mark are both electricians, or as we call them, sparkies. I don't know the question, so maybe I just gave one away. They're both sparkies from Australia. Two very, very different ends of Australia. One is in the very west in Perth, Brother Malcolm, and the other one is in Brisbane, Brother Mark. Two cities of which I have not visited.
Which I think Sister Chloe must be on your bucket list someday too.
Oh,
hopefully.
of course. Oh, 100%. Maybe they can convince us to move there. Well, Brother Hans, you're already in Perth, so I think you're already a little bit biased, but
Or maybe going over to Brisbane to find out what's there.
yes, because
Plenty to see here.
yeah, there's a lot of very touristy spots there, and I know there's a lot of beaches. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. We're getting sidetracked.
But nonetheless, yes. Thanks a lot, brothers, for joining us
Brother
today.
Hans, before we keep getting sidetracked, keep going, Brother Hans.
Yeah, thank you very much, brothers, for being with us today. And before we start with our games, before we do any of the other things, let's also just play this game together, brothers. And also for our viewers, let's continue going to our comments. We've got more names. We've got names all the way from Melbourne, Brother Marvin Ferrer and Brother Jake McNion. We have also Sister Luki from Townsville, and from the local of Caboolture, we've got Sister Carla Padama from Armidale, Brother Manado Martinez, also from Melbourne, Brother Jake McNion again, and from Dean Park, Sister Shirley Sena. And we've also got Brother Troy De La Paz from Adelaide.
Dad, it's my dad. Sorry.
Oh, mom and dad.
Brother Troy, Sister Marty De La Paz. Sorry.
And we've also got Sister Lot Manrique from Caboolture, from Dandenong, Gia Flores, Kathy Martinez, and we're going back to WA, Brother Dan Matthias. We've got Brother Adrian Silva, and also from Shepparton, Sister Erin Rapido and Wendy Milamina. We've also got from Hobart, going all the way in Tasmania, Sister Ermelinda Canlas, and we've also got Midland's very own Sister Donna Elia and Brother Daryl Elia. Much love to you, bro.
Hello,
to our resident minister and his wonderful family in Midland, Western Australia, and also from Brisbane, Brother Genesis Nabakuku.
Yes, hello
Thanks
everyone.
for your engagement.
Now that you've mentioned Kat Darrell, I also have to shout out Atishen and Kuya Ian Elia because I just remembered that I know that they're also watching INCRadio. So thank you so much for all of your comments. We love you all. Please continue to comment down. And I know that this is everyone's favorite segment. So let's go on to game time, right? Let's go.
Let's play our bumper.
Kuya Tech. Let's play our game time bumper.
Kuya Tech.
Where's Kuya Tech?
It's game time. Let's play.
There's our Kuya Tech. Hi, Kuya Tech. Let's go on to our very first question for game time. Kuya Tech.
All right, what is a dogman in Australian terms?
Multiple choice. A police dog trainer, a crane operator assistant, or a security guard?
Do you have any clues, Sister Chloe? and to our brothers.
I don't have any clues. You know why, Brother Hans? Because I have actually no idea. Like, I would love to tell everyone some clues. Usually, I'm notorious for giving out too many clues on the show, but this time it's not going to be very useful because I actually don't know what the answer is. Brother Malcolm, do you know the answer?
Well, if I had to guess, I think it is B.
How about you, Brother Mark? Do you have an inkling as to what it might be?
Yeah, I think I've worked around a couple of these guys before. They didn't refer to themselves as dogmen, but I think it's B as well. Yeah.
Oh, let's see what the comment sections have answered. Let's see. Do we have our game answers? Oh,
Let's check that out.
we have a different answer. Sister Kate Fernandez says it's A. So now
Yeah, I would have said it's A. Yeah.
Oh, even Kuya Tech thinks it's A.
That's cute. Let's see. Moment of truth.
B. It's B.
That's
it's
so
not,
far.
just because it's a dog man doesn't mean that's actually
Works with dogs.
It doesn't have to do anything with dogs.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
yeah.
I thought it was like a video game character, quite frankly.
Yeah, on on video games.
A
that you play
superhero.
Probably.
Our winner. Oh, sorry, I keep getting sidetracked. Our winner. So the first comment that got B is Brother Martin Larson.
Look at that.
Oh, yay, Dad won.
Shout out to Malcolm's dad, Brother Martin. Let's go on to our second question, shall we? Kuya Tech? A blank doctor provides medical help to remote communities by flying to them. Ooh. A blank doctor provides medical help to remote communities by flying to them. Ooh.
I wonder what this is. I've heard of something like this. I don't know if I'm correct with this, but I'm pretty sure I've heard it somewhere that there are things called flying doctors. I don't know. It could just be a wild guess from me. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't. Here's the thing, right? So for the first question, when I thought of Dogman, I thought it was A because it was in the question. I was like, dogs, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But is this one just as easy? Like, is this one just in the question itself?
I honestly don't know. I really wouldn't trust my intuition here. But yeah, let's ask our brothers. What do you think, Brother Mark?
I mean, not all superheroes wear capes, right? But I think these guys should because they probably can fly.
Yeah, they might use a plane, but it's also enough.
I think you're right, Brother Hans. It's I think they're called flying doctors.
Oh, what's the answer, Kuya Tech?
Oh, there we go.
It is. Oh, it's not a trick question, everyone.
Oh,
it's not a trick question. It's a flying doctor. And our winner for this question is Sister Layla Armamento. Ooh, she got double the shout outs because I shouted her out as well just before. Thank you so much, Sister Layla. Let's go on to our next question.
Let's see.
Please call an electrician.
Let's test our viewers.
Whoopsies.
Hopefully everyone's paying attention.
I told you, everyone, I'm notorious for giving out answers. What do Aussies call an electrician? And I think this is our question for the day as well. So everyone, just a little skip to the future. This is your chance to win INCRadio merch. So this question, what do Aussies call an electrician? The first answer that will come up will get INCRadio merch. So everyone, please. I know there's so many answers already. We're getting a few comments. Ooh. Let's
Some people would
see.
call us overpaid.
Oh, I think you're heroes in your own way, Brother Mark. I think you're heroes in your own way, and I think that you deserve all the respect and all of the appreciation, because I think
Thank you, Sister Chloe.
electricians because electricians are one of those kind of, I want to say the word overlooked or underestimated, because we're so, like, we know that they're always there, like they're so reliable that we know, okay, if there's anything like that's a problem in the house, okay, let's just call an electrician. But do we actually appreciate them? And do we like, I don't even know what electricians do. If I can be honest, I just trust you with my house and my power and my electricity. That's and all of the respect goes to you, to be honest. So do we have our answers? Oh, we do have an answer. But first, let's go to Kuya Tech. Kuya Tech, what's the answer? A sparky. A sparky. Because it makes sense. Electricians work with light and electricity, and when you put two wires together, it makes sense in the head. Like, it creates a spark.
They kind of light you up.
It makes sense. It makes sense, everyone. And our INCRadio merch winner. Let's do a little drum roll. Is I think brother Malcolm, you'd like this. It's Sister Charmaine Larson.
Oh, what?
Brother Malcolm's family is really supportive today.
Yes, and they're also very smart because they've been getting all the answers right. Shout out to you, Sister Charmaine. Congratulations, you got INCRadio merch from us. So indeed, here in Australia, we call electricians sparkies, which starts off and segues into our conversation, which is all about electricians, or sparkies as we know them here in Australia. So that's why we have Brother Mark and Brother Malcolm here with us. So let's get started. So Brother Malcolm, actually give us an introduction. This one's a very simple question. What does a sparky do?
So a sparky can do anything from wiring up a new house to finding out why your lights are flickering, to say creating or building control panels for various types of control systems. It could be lifts, escalators, pump stations. For residentials, can be bore pumps as well, as well as fault finding.
That's a lot. Brother Mark, do you want to add on to that? What do sparkies do?
Well, I mean, anything that works with electricity, which is pretty much 90% of what we're looking at these days, right? Depending on what field the electrician is specifically working in, they can fix it, make it, but potentially, at the end of the day, we just want things to work. And most things need electricity to work. So we use the electricity or the power to make things run, like what Brother Malcolm said, your lifts that you use at the shopping center, or your escalators, which help you, go up to different levels. Thanks to the sparkies for getting those running.
Lovely. Yeah. I think, go on, Brother Hans.
Yeah, honestly, you know what? I gotta be honest, Sister Chloe. Before coming into this episode, I really had very little clue about what actual electricians do. All I know is that they fix electricity, and that's it. Yes. But I didn't know it actually takes on so many different fields, and I guess that's also begs me to ask now, our brothers, how did you become sparkies yourselves? Let's start with Brother Mark.
So myself, I didn't even know I wanted to be a sparky to begin with. It was some workmates that I was working with at the previous job thought I was too young to be working there, and I should pursue something that potentially could give me a better career. So I went and explored being a sparky or doing the apprenticeship to become a sparky. And after 4 years of training, I went and worked with a small family business, and just did a lot of service work on houses, commercial properties, even big industrial machinery and things like that. So they gave me a lot of range in what I was able to work on. That's where I started.
That's really impressive. Let's talk about Brother Malcolm now. Brother Malcolm, tell us your story.
So basically, at the time, I was still working part-time in a fast food restaurant, and I was offered to go into management, but at the same time, also heard about a position availability with the potential of becoming an apprentice. So out of the two, I chose to try out becoming a tradesperson, well, a trades assistant at first, and it was just medium-sized family business, and I got a lot of experience there from repairing, rewinding electric motors, and wiring out various styles of control cabinets, and gave me all the necessary skills I needed to complete the qualification.
That's really interesting. I find it really interesting how they have different stories, but they both ended up in like a similar work field. But they also mentioned that you can go into different directions as an electrician. There's different fields of work, which is very interesting. So they also mentioned how they require a lot of training. So Brother Mark, let's go to you. Like, what kind of training is involved to actually become an electrician? Tell us about that.
So they start you off with a module to learn the health and safety of the electrical field and the laws behind it all. Once you go through that, then you start your apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is a 4-year training regime where you do on-hand electrical work supervised by a qualified electrician. But during those 4 years, you also do, I think it's about 8 or so. I'm not sure if you can. Here in Queensland, it's about 8 to 10 modules of electrical theory. And at the end of all the theory and the 4 years, then you have to sit what's called a capstone examination, where you must get 100% to qualify. If you don't get 100%, you go back to the training and start again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nerve-wracking.
Look at all that rigor, yeah. It sounds like it's a very demanding training.
But
Yeah,
I mean,
it can be
both you and Brother Malcolm passed it. So that means that our brothers are very smart and they're very reliable and they're experts in their field. Isn't that right, Brother Hans?
Oh, exactly, Sister Chloe. It's given the kind of training, it's definitely not something for the faint-hearted too.
Exactly. And we also have in the comment section other brethren who also have explained what a sparky does as well. So shout out to Brother Adrian Silva. I think you might know that. I don't know. Shout out to Brother Adrian Silva. He says install and fitting, troubleshooting, repairs, upgrades, maintenance, and safety checks as well. So thank you for your explanation, Brother Adrian. And also, Brother Marcus Sayo, one of our ministers, says a big and massive thanks to our electrician brethren. So he's shouting you out, Brother Mark, Brother Malcolm. Your hard work is seen and appreciated by #Capuchure. And a big thank you to the INCRadio production team. Today's episode is informative and educational for sure. Tuning in from #Capuchure Queensland. Thank you so much for your support, Brother Mark. And we would also like to give a shout out to Brother Richard, so the CFO coordinator, CFO overseer in the District of New South Wales from #Dean Park. Thank you so much to Brother Richard and Sister Laura Esperanza. Thank you for your support. But yeah, so that's all about like the training and what a sparky does. So it's very, very interesting. What's our next question, Brother Hans?
All right. You know what? It also makes me want to ask, because I really didn't know what a sparky does. on a day-to-day basis. So I think it's about time we also asked Brother Malcolm, what does a day in the life look like for you?
So for me, or in our business, is usually loading up the truck with the tools. If we're doing a replacement, making sure we have the things that we need to replace, driving out the site, doing the repairs, whether it be replacing out a pump or electrical testing the boards, the submersible pumps, and occasionally it'll be upgrades, so installing new control cabinets, and then it'll be just a drive back to the workshop, unload all the rubbish, and potentially reload the truck for the following day.
No, that's very eventful. Doesn't it sound like it's very eventful, Sister Chloe?
Yeah, exactly. How about you? How about you, Brother Mark?
For me, usually it starts with getting the kids ready for daycare and everything, and then trying to get them in the car. But once that's done, usually I go off to. I usually have about 1 to 3, potentially 4 jobs in a day, different houses or different sites, and I'll go ahead and fix someone's hot water system, or wire in some new lights, or add some new power points. Everyone's been wanting ceiling fans these days because it's so hot here in Queensland. Doing a lot of those, and then like what Brother Malcolm said, you accumulate a lot of rubbish in your truck after installing and working all day. So you come home, unload the truck of all the rubbish, and then you set it up for the next day. Don't forget to pick up the kids, and then
please don't
come home and get everything sorted with them. And if there's a worship service that night, it's a big day.
Yeah, exactly. That's really, really cool. I love how your schedules just fit. I'm a big planner, I'm a big organizer, so having a schedule that fits is really well. I really appreciate that. You also mentioned that, it's not a night, like before, you mentioned that it wasn't like a 9 to 5 job. So usually around what time do you start with your day, Brother Mark?
So because I'm sole trading, I'm not working for a company, I'm just doing my own work. It can be days where it's just a small job, because not everyone can accommodate a sparky every day of their lives, because they're all busy themselves. So some days there might be just one job on the cards, and it might not take the whole day. So you go and do the job and you come home, may even start later on in the afternoon. So I'll do some things around the house. And the other thing with sole trading is you've got a lot of unpaid hours work. So you've got to maintain the business as well. So looking for work, organizing your insurances and all your paperwork, your invoicing, your quotations. So there's a lot of unpaid hours goes into it. Generally I can potentially go to a job in the morning, come home around lunchtime, and do some things around the house instead of working all day, which is sometimes nice. A bit of flexibility.
Take an afternoon nap.
I guess, that's in the cards.
Privilege. We're getting back to the afternoon nap.
That's a great idea. I should tell that to my boss.
Brother Malcolm, is it sort of a similar start of the day for you?
So for me, it is fairly similar. During summers, we usually start a lot earlier to beat the heat. Could be 5 o'clock. We leave home, start working. 6 o'clock. It also depends if we're also driving out to the country. We would have to start even earlier. And usually get home a little bit after lunchtime, and sometimes catch an afternoon nap. I'm just being careful what I'm saying.
I wish everyone could just get that easily.
No, it makes sense that's because you start work early in the day, like very early, earlier, like as in 5 a.m. I'm still asleep by then, right? And then, of course, like if you're doing an 8-hour day, it makes sense for you to finish earlier. I am digging myself a hole.
I wish we could all be as energetic as our brothers. Sometimes
let's just clarify that not all sparkies have afternoon naps.
Yeah, well, we're
Not
just
everyone starts at 5 in the morning.
we're just a little bit slightly more out.
But it just means, I'm sorry for the pun, that they have sparks even early in the morning. Sorry, that's my last pun for today. It will not be the last pun for today. But before we go on to our next question, I would just like to give a shout out to plenty of our brethren from Queensland, because they have been sending us not only comments but also pictures, photos of them watching INCRadio Australia. So shout out to the Manabat family, to the Rapido, Mabulak, Saludaris family, from hashtag Mackay, hashtag Tripperton as well. Thank you so much for your support, and as well as the Bones family from hashtag Gladstone in Queensland. Thank you so much, Bob, for your support. And we would also like to give more shout out to Brother Mark Jason Montes, one of our ministers here in the District of Victoria, Australia. And we would also like to let's do a little bit some shout outs to Brother Eduardo Valdez, Brother Seth, Sister Nabella, Brother William from hashtag Hobart. Oh, we have so many brethren from Hobart as well. We have some brethren from hashtag Queen's Park, hashtag Shepperton, of course, and Brother Roel De Paz. Thank you so much, Bo. And I think he also gave you a little bit of a shout out, Brother Hans. So,
hello po, Roel. And from Queen's Park, it was Carl Larry. Hello po, Carl Larry.
Hello, Bob.
And yeah, let's also continue on, Sister Chloe,
Yes.
with some of the shoutouts. And we've got Brother Ronnie Tampong. Kuya Ronnie, it's been a long time po. He was one of my CWS presidents when I was a young teenager. Hi, Kuya Ronnie. Serving from Shepperton.
Before that, sorry, Presidious, for those of you who don't know just yet, Children's Worship Service, everyone. So
Children's
the
Worship
worship service
yes.
for those that are not yet baptized inside the Church of Christ. So very, very exciting shout out to you. Thank you so much for all of your support, everyone. We really do appreciate it. Okay, going back to our questions. We have so many questions because it's interesting learning about Brother Malcolm and Brother Mark as well. What skills do you think are essential to being a successful Sparky? Let's start with you, Brother Malcolm.
So for like knowledgeable skills, you should be really good with numbers and maths in general. For calculating out maximum demand for a housing circuit, as well as the demand that's going to be running through sub-circuits, as well as calculating whether your cables are able to carry that current flowing through it. So maths is a big part of it, as well as needing to be a bit hands-on, because it's not exactly a office job. You're going to be on site with tools, wiring up everything, essentially.
Oh, so it's not all books, it's not all computers. You're actually doing practical hands-on jobs. How about you, Brother Mark? What's your take on it?
What was the question again?
Oh, what skills do you think are essential to becoming a successful Sparky?
To be a successful Sparky,
Yes.
I'd say you probably need, yes, maths, but you need the perseverance to carry out the job. Some jobs can be quite tedious, and you might want to give up, especially when you're fault finding can be really tough to do. So you want to be persistent. You want to have some people think that Sparkies, they call us fairies because our job isn't as hard as other trades. I beg to differ. Sometimes it can be very grueling. I mean, not many people can run some of these cables by themselves. Some of them are as heavy as a truck, and you're trying to run it across a factory floor. Sometimes you need a winch just to pull it. So, and it's quite dirty sometimes. I found myself just last Monday and Tuesday grinding walls and concrete dust, in my eyes and nose and mouth. So that's what I had for breakfast those days.
Lovely.
Yeah, so you
Lovely
need a lot of
diet.
perseverance. Yes.
A lot of protein.
Yeah.
But that's very, very interesting. I think those are a lot of skills that, again, I think they are overlooked and underappreciated personally. But here's another question for us, because we want to promote safety and well-being, and there's a lot of risks as well, and a lot of hazards when it comes to working as an electrician. So for both of you, Brother Malcolm, Brother Mark, what safety tip can you share to the viewers? So relating maybe to electricity or circuits around the house, what do you think is the number one tip that you would give to our viewers right now? Let's start with you, Brother Mark.
I would say
don't touch any wires.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't touch anything. Yeah, that's
number one.
Yeah. Just call us, really, is what you should really do. Call. That's why we get, that's why we do the training, because we know what to do. And that's why there is training for us, because you need to know what to do when working on these things.
Yeah.
I know I have a lot of uncles or titos that like to do their own handyman work. And now that I'm old enough and qualified, they're happy to let me take over because of all the little zaps they've had over the years, trying to do their own work. And yeah, I've been to one uncle's house and he's tried to wire up a switch and he's completely got it all wrong and backwards. I would suggest, yes, just call an electrician.
Yes. And I think this goes to show as well. I think, Brother Malcolm, you can answer this question. Why should you not DIY problem solve these electrician related problems in the house?
Well, for one, obviously electricity is can be very dangerous, because anything, even like a simple battery, can still cause heart failure. It's very, 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 very uncommon, but it's more to the fact that if they're not wiring up the circuits properly, they can create a floating neutral, and the neutral is not supposed to carry any current or voltage under non-operated conditions. And in this case, it will end up being live and dangerous.
Yes. So again, everyone, stay safe. Call Brother Mark, Brother Malcolm.
Or your nearby Sparky available.
Yes.
Don't touch the wires yourselves.
Yes, 100%.
Yes, Sister Chloe, actually, just to wrap things up, is there any advice, brothers, that you'd like to give our viewers today if ever they want to become a Sparky like yourselves? Let's start with Brother Mark.
I'd say give it a go. If you're wondering what direction to take after, even during high school, coming to the end of high school, why not give it a go? I mean, it's not like if you get qualified, you're stuck being an electrician. There's a lot of directions you can go after becoming an electrician. Whether you want to go into electrical engineering afterwards, which takes university. So I would suggest just go for it. It's been very rewarding for me and enjoyable. So yeah, give it a go.
Yeah, what about you, Brother Malcolm?
Yeah, essentially the same thing. Like, just try it out. Maybe in 4 years' time, you'll be walking out as an electrician, fully qualified. I know I walked out 4 years later, fully qualified as an electrician, and enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good experience. Every day could be a different day. Not every day is going to be the same. Yeah, I believe that they'll enjoy it a lot.
Yes. And do you have, time flies by very quickly when you're having fun. Do you have any final greetings? Let's start with you, Brother Malcolm.
I'd just like to greet my family as well as the locale of Allenbrook that I am based in.
Yep. And speaking of Brother Malcolm, there are so many happy birthday greetings for you in the comments.
Yourself and your sister Charmaine, happy birthday to you. To both of you.
Thank you very much.
there's so many birthday cakes in in the comment section. I'm seeing it right now. Just
What about
to
Brother Mark?
yeah, Brother Mark, go for your greetings.
I'd like to thank my wife, Sister Sharon, who helped push me to do sole trading or break away and start my own business. She was very supportive. And our resident minister at the moment, Brother Rani, he's been helping me with my spirituality and progressing in the chapel. So shout out to him.
Oh, shout out to everyone.
lovely.
I can't be touched. I'm so touched. And also we have a comment from Brother Joseph Del Rosario for you, Brother Mark. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, it's done here.
It's here. Go for it, Kuya.
Yeah,
brother.
I'll help. Yeah, I'll help you. It's God Joseph Del Rosario would like to shout you out, Brother Mark, and he's telling you, please be a regular guest Paul here in Made in Australia.
And same for you,
And
Brother Malcolm. Everyone just wants you to be host. I guess we're going to be seeing you next week on Made in Australia.
I hope. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But before we end our segment, let's go on to some more names, just some more shout outs. We have so many happy birthdays. Happy birthday to Sister Jamie Dienzo. Happy birthday to our very own Brother Hans Natividad. Happy birthday.
Lots of love, but
from Manuelite Olarte and Brother Kevin Evan, Sister Rennie Rose Raza, and Brother Jose Cruz, Sister Charmaine Larson, all say happy birthday to Brother Malcolm. Happy birthday, Brother Malcolm. So thank you so much, Brother Malcolm, Brother Mark, for your insight. Very, very interesting, very insightful. And before moving on, allow us to leave you, everyone, with these words to live by, brought to us by Brother Morgan. Kuya Tech? Kuya Tech. Let's go on to our words to live by.
Kuya Tech.
I think Kuya Tech was really into the conversation that we were having.
Yeah, he's captivated.
He was captivated. He was left speechless, paralyzed.
He's having his afternoon nap.
Yeah, he's like, Kuya Tech, come on.
Wake up, Kuya.
Kuya Tech, come on.
This will be the alarm clock now.
Kuya Tech, let's go on to our words to live by video.
Hello, and welcome to Word to Live By. Today's word is honesty, a simple but powerful value that can help shape your success, especially within the workplace. Being honest means being truthful, transparent, and trustworthy. In your workplace, this could mean owning up to your mistakes instead of hiding them, or delivering honest feedback that helps your team to improve. Being honest builds trust with your colleagues, clients, and supervisors. Trust that leads to stronger relationships and more opportunities. Being honest also means staying true to your values. Avoid shortcuts and always do what's right, even when it's difficult. Remember, integrity is a foundation to lasting success, and it starts with honesty. So, allow honesty to guide your words and actions today. It's not just about doing good, but it's about being someone others can count on. That's it for today's word to live by. Stay true and stay honest.
And everyone, please stay tuned because you are watching Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studio, one of the official satellite studios of INCRadio.
Kuya Tech. See, who's Kuya Tech today? Kuya Nico? Is that you?
Do you want me to a cappella?
Yeah, do it.
My vocal cords are still okay.
Yeah, I know, Brother Hans. Go for it. Welcome back, everyone. Let's go on to welcome back to Made in Australia, brought to you by INCRadio Australia Satellite Studios. Kuya Tech, come on. Let's turn our attention to the skies for the latest weather update. Kuya Tech?
All right, let's have a look at it together, Paul. With our weather today at Sydney at 27.3, Melbourne at 21.8, Brisbane at 29, Perth at 26.9, Adelaide at 34. Is it really hot there, Sister Chloe?
It's scorching hot. It's too hot.
Oh, sheesh. And we've
It's
got
37 degrees right now.
Oh, wow. It is peak, yeah. And then we've got 18.3 at Hobart and Canberra at 25.7. And finally, Darwin at 27. And let's quickly go through some of our comments, Paul. We've got more comments coming in, starting. Yeah, we've got a lot. We'll speed run through all of these comments from Brother Miko Carlos from Fremantle, Sister Monique Alejandria from Mackay, Sister Nerissa Albino from Sterling, hello Tita Neri. We've got Brother Aaron Texon from Armadale, Sister Bessie Serrano from Caboolture, Brother Jose Cruz from Ellenbrook, Chom Saga from Melbourne, and Sister Giselle Ramos and Brother Rennie and we've got Brother Rennie Rosa also from Ellenbrook. We've also got Sister Gaily Berber from Shepparton, Casey Asinta from Melbourne, Michelle Martinez from Armadale, Janine Oriondo from Logan, Eric Rufo from Ipswich, Sister Selena Banyes and Sister Ange Del Rosario from Melbourne. And we've also got Sister Hazel Ann Pomaka and Brother Jason Pugat from Shepparton. And also Brother Ray Agbalasin is saying hello to our beloved District Minister, Brother Noli Esperanza and Sister Linda of the District of Western Australia. Thanks for your constant support. And also going through the winners of today's Game Time poll, we have Sister Charmaine Lawson from Ellenbrook. Happy birthday again to Sister Charmaine. And also, we will announce our hashtag winner next week.
Yes, very exciting.
That also wraps up our very first episode of Made in Australia Season 2. And we hope our Sparkies today, Brother Malcolm and Brother Mark, they've given you a great insight in what they do, and we hope they have shocked you, they have electrified you, and they have shone a light on you in their wonderful profession.
Yes, and of course, we would like to thank our CFR Christian Family Organizations Coordinator, Brother Angelo Eranio V. Manalo, and of course, our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you so much for all of your love, your support for us here at INCRadio Australia. We love you so much. But now, I'm so sad because this episode's gonna end. See you all next week, everyone. And to all our viewers, thank you always for tuning in. Kuya Tech, let's see. Please watch this video again of our thanks. Kuya Tech, please replay our thank you video po, Kuya. Shout out to Kuya Nico. Love you, Kuya Tech.